Okay, ma. So last class we are discussing asexual reproduction and types. Okay, asexual reproduction and types. So remaining continuation it is there. First we will discussing so asexual reproduction. So we are discussing binary fission and spore formation. Next budding. Okay. So next one it is regeneration. Regeneration. Okay, regeneration. So regeneration is nothing but it is a type of asexual reproduction. It is type of asexual. It is a type of asexual reproduction. It is a type of asexual reproduction. Here mainly the ability of organism, the ability of organism, into regrow, its last part, is called as a regeneration. Regeneration is nothing but what, amma? So the ability of organism into regrow its last part. Okay, or last part is called as a regeneration. Here see examples. Here you will take examples. Here mainly starfish. So next one it is lizards. Okay, these are all are example for regeneration. Okay, and also if you take planaria, so these are all are examples for regeneration. Okay, these are all examples for regeneration. Okay, so next one it is here we will discussing fragmentation. What is fragmentation? It is also type of reproduction. It is a type of asexual reproduction. It is a type of asexual reproduction. Here the parent organism, break down into small segments, or small fragments small fragments. Okay, the parent body, okay, or the parent organism break down into a small segments or fragments. These fragments grow into new organisms. Is called as a fragmentation. What is regeneration? So for example, if you take this is the starfish. So if we lost this part, okay, this is a lost part. It is again regeneration. It is again what happened? Regeneration. Okay, it is producing so new tissue. Okay, new tissue is formed. Okay, so lost part again regeneration. This is called as a regeneration. Okay, I mean regrow. Regeneration is nothing but to regrow. Lost part is regrow is called as a regeneration. Examples are starfish, lizards and planaria. These are all examples for regeneration. So next one is fragmentation. It is a type of asexual reproduction. So the parent organism break down into a small segments or fragments. These fragments grow into a new organism. Is called as a fragmentation. Here examples are, okay, examples. Here mainly if you take Protonema of mosses. Okay, Protonema of mosses. Okay, so this is the Protonema. The Protonema, it is a breakdown into many pieces or many fragments. Each fragment, okay, here each fragment grow into a new organism. Okay, so this is the each fragment, okay, it is growing to new organism. This is so new fragment, it is formed a new organism. So this is we will see in Protonema of mosses and fungi of molds. Okay, fungi of molds. Okay, so in this we will see in fragmentation. The fragmented part again it is growing into new plantlet, okay, or new plants. Here we are discussing related plants. So fragmentation mainly type of asexual reproduction. Parent organism it is break down into a small segments or fragments. These fragments grow into new organism. It is called as a regeneration. So understood this stuff? Regeneration is nothing but what? The ability of organism into regrow its lost part. Okay, this is the last part. Okay, it is a regeneration. Okay, regeneration means what? A regrow. Okay, so regrowth. Okay, regrowth we will see in. So this is called as a regeneration. Okay, so next one is fragmentation. What is fragmentation? It is a type of asexual reproduction. The parent organism break down into a small segments or fragments. These fragments grow into new organism is called as a fragmentation. Example is Protonema of masses, and fungi of molds. Okay, we will see in fragmentation. Okay, we will see in fragmentation. So next we will discussing vegetative reproduction. Next topic is vegetative reproduction. So next topic is vegetative reproduction. Vegetative propagation. Vegetative propagation or vegetative reproduction. It is a type of asexual reproduction. It is a type of asexual reproduction. It is a type of asexual reproduction. It is a type of asexual. So it is a type of asexual reproduction. Here there is no gamete formation. Here there is no gamete formation. There is no meiosis takes place. There is no meiosis takes place. So the vegetative parts, okay, the vegetative parts, it grows into new plants. Okay, new plants is called as a vegetative propagation. Is called as a vegetative propagation. So in this type, it is a type of asexual reproduction because here no gamete fusion, no gamete formation, there is no meiosis. Meiosis takes place, gamete formation. Okay, so the vegetative parts of the plant, it grow into new species, okay, new organisms or new plants, okay, that is called as a vegetative propagation. We will see in plants, okay, vegetative propagation we will see in plants. See here, so the process of formation of new plants from new plants from vegetative propagules. Vegetative propagules. What is vegetative propagules? Okay, so here the process of formation of new plants from vegetative propagules. Vegetative propagules is called as a vegetative propagation. What is vegetative propagules? Here vegetative propagules. What is vegetative propagules? Vegetative propagules is nothing but it is a plant parts. Okay, so these are all the plant parts. Okay, plant parts. Okay, so these are the, okay, here these are the vegetative propagules is nothing but plant parts. Okay, it is nothing but plant parts. So which parts it gives rise to new plant, these parts is called as a vegetative propagules. These are present in plant, in higher plants, mostly it is higher plant, and also we will see in lower plants. Okay, vegetative propagules we are collecting from higher vegetative plants and lower plants we will say. Okay, here mainly vegetative propagules is nothing but plant parts. Vegetative propagules is nothing but plant parts. Okay, so for example, if you take a stem and also root, stem and leaf. Okay, so these parts is called as a vegetative propagules. Vegetative propagules is nothing but vegetative parts of the plant is called as a vegetative propagule, vegetative parts. Okay, so plant parts or it is called as a vegetative parts. It is a vegetative parts of plants. Okay, vegetative plants of plants is called as a vegetative propagules. Okay, here mainly vegetative propagation we will see in natural vegetative propagation. Here mainly they are divided into two types. Vegetative propagation, they are divided into two types. One, it is natural vegetative propagation. Natural vegetative propagation. Natural vegetative propagation. Artificial vegetative propagation. Artificial vegetative propagation. Artificial vegetative propagation. Okay, so they are divided into two types. Vegetative propagation, they are divided into vegetative propagation. They are divided into two types: natural vegetative propagation, artificial vegetative propagation. Here see, natural vegetative propagation. Okay, natural vegetative propagation, here mainly they are divided into, okay, here mainly roots, next stem and also leaf. Okay, so leaf. Okay, this is also we will see in. See here roots. Roots it is also helps to the vegetative propagation. Okay, roots it is also helps to the vegetative propagation. Stem also it is also helps to the vegetative propagation, and leaf is also helps to the vegetative propagation. Okay, so this is all our natural vegetative propagation. Okay, again stem, they are divided into three types. Okay, again they are divided into three types. Here mainly first one, it is underground stem. Next one, it is creeping stem. So next one, it is aerial stem. Okay, so this is all our natural vegetative propagation. Okay, so what are the artificial vegetative propagation? Artificial vegetative propagation, here mainly cutting method. Next one, it is layering. Okay, cutting and layering. Next one, it is grafting. Another one, it is micro propagation. Okay, micro propagation. These are the types of natural vegetative propagation. So artificial vegetative propagation is nothing but cutting, layering, grafting, micro propagation. Okay, so this is artificial, this is the natural, that is artificial vegetative propagation. So natural vegetative propagation means roots, it is directly to produces new plantlets. Stem it is also producing new plantlets. Leaf also it is producing a number of new plants it is producing. Okay, so this is called as a natural vegetative propagation. Artificial vegetative propagation is nothing but if you take one stem, that stem if you cut, then that is dipped into the oxygens and okay, then put into the soil. Then what happened? Gibberellic acid oxygens you will dipped, then you put into the soil, then what happened? It will be growing into new plant. Layering is nothing but what? Layering, you know. So this is the stem. The stem it is bending, then it is touch to the ground, okay, bend towards the soil, where the stem it is touched to the ground, in that region roots is formed. Okay, so that it is separated from the parent, again it is growing into so new, okay, plant it is growing, that is called as a layering. What is grafting? Grafting means one part of the stem if you cut, that is inserted into the another part of the root or stem, okay, inserted into the another part of the stem. This is called as a grafting. What is micro propagation? Micro propagation is nothing but so any plant part, tissue, organ or cell, if you collect that one, you growing into sterilized nutrient medium is called as a micro propagation. Micro propagation, these are all our artificial vegetative propagation. Artificial vegetative propagation. Okay, cutting we will see in citrus, and layering we will see in rose, and also grafting technique we will see in okay, so this is grafting also apple, okay, rose plant also we will see in. Micro propagation we will see in tomato, potato, in these plants we will see in micro propagation. Okay, so these are all our artificially, okay, outside of the plant, outside of the plant we will performing these experiments. Okay, that's why it is called as a artificial so vegetative propagation. Okay, so next so one by one we will discussing here. Okay, next natural vegetative propagation we will discussing. Natural vegetative propagation. Natural vegetative propagation. Okay, so vegetative propagation, here first one it is we will take roots. Okay, roots. So roots it is also helps to the reproducing. Okay, root only it is also helps to the reproducing. See here, buds are formed. Buds are formed in roots. These buds, grow into new plants is called as a, so it is also one type of asexual reproduction. Okay, roots it is also helps to the reproducing. So for example, if you take okay, here this is we will see in one it is taproot and also adventitious roots. Okay, taproot is nothing but Dalbergia, sisal, sesame wood, okay, plant. So see here, Dalbergia sisal, this is the taproot, this is the plant, this is the plant. So if this is the root system, this is the root. So in this root here a small buds are there, this is called as a buds. This bud is again developed into new plant, it is developed into new plant. Okay, so this is called we will see in root tap. This is also helps, this root it is also helps to the vegetative propagation. Okay, so this bud only developed into the new plant. So this is also one type of natural vegetative propagation. Okay, it is producing a new plant from the buds. Okay, new plants from the buds. Okay, so this is a tap root system. If you take adventitious root system, example is adventitious root system, example is sweet potato. Okay, sweet potato. Sweet potato, if you take, in sweet potato also small, this is the sweet potato. In sweet potato, here small buds are there. The buds, it is favorable condition, it produces roots and also leafy shoot system. Okay, again it is developed into the new plantlet. New plantlet. Okay, so this is also we will see in adventitious root system. In roots it is also helps to the vegetative propagation. Okay, so here tap root, the albergiaceous and adventitious roots it is sweet potato. The sweet potato with small buds are there. The buds it is grow into new plants. Okay, so this is called as a clips. Okay, this is called as a clips. Okay, the clips, each clip it is growing into new plantlet. Okay, each clip it is grow into new plantlet clips. This is also clips. Okay, it is growing into new plants. Okay, so that is also we will see in a root. Okay, so next one it is stem. In stem, first one it is underground stem. So they are modified into storage food material. Okay, it is modified stem for storage of food and with buds are there. So these buds it is okay, these buds grow into new plants. So this is also we are observing in underground stem. This is also we are observing in underground stem. So for example, if you take tuber is nothing but what? Potato. In potato, if you see, eyes are there. Okay, these are the eyes, I mean nodes. Okay, each node it is developed into one plantlet. Okay, this is the eyes, means nodes. It is gives rise to new plants. So this is also example for potato. So next one it is rhizome. Rhizome is example is one it is ginger. Okay, ginger and also turmeric. So these are all examples for rhizome. In a rhizome generally it is horizontally it is growing into the soil. Okay, in the soil it is horizontally it is growing and it having buds are there. These buds it is growing into new plants, that is we will see in rhizome. And also next one is bulb. In bulb what we will see in examples, what are their examples? Onion and also garlic. These are the examples. In concentrics leaves are there. Here reducing stem it is there. This is the reducing stem. Here concentric, which one it is there? Here concentric leaves are there. Here buds are there. Okay, these are all buds. Okay, axillary lateral buds. The buds it is growing into new plants. Okay, so this is also we will see in onion and garlic. Onion and garlic. So next one it is here calm. Here also this is the colocasia. Okay, this is the colocasia. Here buds are there. These buds it is developed into new plants. Okay, already it is stored food material. It is storage food material. The stem it is modified for storage of food material. It is also helps to the perennation and it is also helps to the vegetative propagation. Example is colocasia. Example is colocasia. Example is colocasia. So this is all are so examples for underground stem. Okay, these are all are examples for underground stem modification. It is also helps to the vegetative propagation. One it is tuber, potato. Next one is rhizome, ginger and turmeric. Bulb means onion and garlic. Corm is nothing but colocasia. So it contain the stem with buds are there. The buds it is using food material. Already the stem it is stored food material along with the buds are there. These buds utilizing that food, then it is growing into new plants. Okay, so this is also helps to the vegetative propagation, underground stem. Okay, so next one it is here. So next one it is creeping stem. Creeping stem. Creeping stem. It is also helps to the vegetative propagation. Creeping stem. See here. First one it is runners. Example is grasses. Example is grasses. See here. Runners. Elongated and also prostate. These are the long intranodes. Okay, it having what it is there, long internodes. These are the long intranodes and also it is elongated and prostate. Okay, prostate means it is creeping on the ground and the nodes with what is there, roots. This is the node. Okay, this node it is producing a new branch. Okay, again it is producing another plant. Okay, so like it is growing. Okay, so this is also we will see in runners. Okay, runners is nothing but so elongated and prostate, long intranodes running on the soil, running on the ground and nodes with roots. It is developed into new plants. So this is also we will see in runners. So next one it is stolons. What are the stolons? Generally the new plants arises from base part of the stem. Here new plants arises from base part of the stem. Okay, so see here, this is the stem. It is growing upwardly, it is growing, again it comes down, again if it is touch the soil, here this is the soil region, here initiated roots. If it is detached from the parent, again it is growing into new plants, again it is producing a shoot, leafy shoot system. Okay, here it is producing a new leafy shoot system, it is producing. So this is also stolons. Example is strawberry. Example is strawberry. So this is also we will see in stolons. New plants arises from the base part of the stem. Generally this stem it is growing horizontally into the soil. So if it is going upward, then again so bend towards the soil. The stem where it is so touch the ground, in that region small roots it is initiated. Then roots then it is, if it is unfortunately it is removing or detached from the parent, again it is growing into new individual. So this is called as a stolons. So next one it is suckers. Next one it is suckers. What is suckers? Suckers is nothing but the buds are developed in underground stem. These buds it is developed into new leafy shoot system. Okay. So next one it is suckers. Here suckers is nothing but what? Here mainly suckers is nothing but the buds is developed from the buds developed from underground stem. It is growing horizontally into the soil. Again it is growing upward. It produces new leafy shoot system. See here, this is the stem, underground stem. Here buds are there. So this is so axillary buds of underground stem. It is growing horizontally, then it is growing upward. It produces a new leafy shoot system. It is producing new leafy shoot system. Here roots will be initiated. If unfortunately this is breakdown, it is growing into a new individual. Okay, so new plant, it is growing new plant. It is detached from the parent, again it is growing into the new plant. So we will see in mint plant, mint, and also chrysanthemum. Okay, so these two are examples for suckers. So next one it is offsets. Offsets having only one intranode length of stem. Okay, see here, this is the one intranode length, only one intranode length. In the node region, here what it is producing roots. Okay, tough root. Okay, more roots are there, and here rosette leaves are arranged. In this region, again it is developed into another one intranode. Again here node region, what happened? Roots it is initiated. Again the rosette leaves are formed. Okay, if it is detached from the parent, again it is growing into new individual. Okay, here examples are eichhornia, and also pistia. Okay, water lettuce. Pistia is nothing but water lettuce, and eichhornia is nothing but water hyacinth. Okay, it is also terror of Bengal. Okay, it is also terror of Bengal. So these are all are examples for offsets. Okay, what we are discussing: runners, stolons, suckers, offsets. Okay, so next one it is leaf, aerial stem. Next one it is aerial stem. aerial stem. For example, cactus, okay. So generally cactus it is a aerial cactus is a aerial stem. The aerial stem it is fall down on the soil. This is a stem. This stem it is growing into the fall down into the soil. It is growing new plant. So this is also we will see in a cactus. Okay, this is the cactus opuntia. So this stem it is fall down, again it is growing into so new plant. So example is opuntia is a examples for aerial stem modification. So next one it is leaf. Leaf it is also helps to the vegetative propagation. Here adventitious buds are there. Adventitious buds are present on leaf margins. It is present in leaf margins. These are detached from buds. Detached from these buds are detached from the leaf or parent body. Then it is growing into detached from the parent and grow into new plants. Okay, so this is also we will see in leaf. In leaf region, adventitious buds are present on the leaf margins, and the buds it is detached from the parent. It is growing into new plants. Okay, see here example it is bryophyllum. Okay, bryophyllum is a example. See here this is the leaf. The leaf margins buds are there. This is the buds. These buds are detached from the parent or detached from the leaf. It is growing into new plants. So leaf is also helps to the vegetative propagation. Okay, so this is all our natural vegetative propagations. Okay, amma, bye.